welcome to Sabai Talk Podcast, a podcast about Thai food, Thai culture, and the Thai ways of living. I am Hong Thaimee, chef in New York City and the founder of Thaimee Love artisanal sauces.
And I'm Pailin, chef, cookbook author, and YouTuber behind Hot Thai Kitchen. And today we are finally talking about Northern food, Northern Thai food. I can't believe we have not talked about it because our very own Chef Hong is indeed from the North. So this is her specialty. So probably defer to your expertise several times today. Um, Now, you might be thinking that you don't know anything about Northern Thai food, but I bet you if you eat Thai food regularly, you've had Northern food, but you may not realize that it's Northern because I think many Northern dishes have become quite popular overseas these days, don't you think? Like I feel like 20 years ago, nobody knew anything about Northern food, but now you can see bits of it on different restaurant menus, but they're not generally advertised as this is food of Northern Thailand. It's just like, here is a Thai sausage or whatever, you know? So today, I think you will find that many dishes that you already know are actually iconic dishes of the North. So, today we're going to talk about the food of the northern region. Of course, what are the flavor profiles, the unique dishes, the unique ingredients. And of course, we're also going to touch a little bit on the geography and the culture because this is an area that's very, very interesting. But first, since you are a resident northern person, you're from the north. From
Yes.
their most famous province, indeed, the province of Chiang Mai, can you share with us the general vibe of northern Thailand?
Okay, I'll try my best. I think it's such a privilege. It's a blessing that I got to live and I grew up in a town where everything is so beautiful back then. And the food was so good. And back then, I still remember going to the morning market. They used to serve sticky rice in not banana leaves, but the baisak, the teak leaf. The big
Oh,
teak
yes, yes,
leaves.
yes, yes.
It's amazing. So Chiang Mai is is a cultural town. Chiang Mai is full of handicrafts, arts, and cultures. Chiang Mai is full of beautiful ladies. So Chiang Mai, you know, Chiang Mai is full of Watanatam, the culture that long lasting from years and years.
Hmm.
And a lot of people say that the characteristic of Chiang Mai in Northern Thai dialect, we call it Ton Yon, Even Pailin does not even know this term. It's a Northern dialect. It's like it's so slow, so chill, so gentle and
Hmm.
graceful.
Hmm. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's reflected in the dialects. Like, I'm from the South where we're known to be fierce. And, like, when you hear people in the South talking, you think they're arguing. But when you hear people talk in the North, it is like everyone is so extremely polite and sweet. Like, it just comes out in the tone and the way people speak. Would you say that that's generally true of
That's
people's
true.
personality? Like, they're
Yeah.
generally like kind and gentle people?
That's what they say, but I'm sure we have some, hot-hearted people there as well. We're still human being at the end of the day, but
Yes.
obviously when you go to Chiang Mai, you hear a lot like "Sawasdee jiao,"
Mhm, mhm,
like
mhm.
even though the way it just that one word, it just says "Sawasdee," meaning hello,
Yes, yes. So
you
they
know.
have a different ending. So, like, in the beginning of my show, every time I say "สวัสดีค่ะ," right? And "ka" is the polite ending of the central dialect. So when you go up to the north, they don't say "ka" or "krap," they say "j as the polite ending.
For the women, for
Oh,
women,
it's
it's
not
"Jiao."
men don't
We
say
still
that?
clap,
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah,
Oh, okay, that's news to me.
yeah.
I thought "j was a unisex, so it's only
But it's
female.
not "Jiao," it's "Jiao."
'Jiao.'
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Oh god. Okay, it'll if I were to move to the north, it'll take me a while to become polite enough to join the tribe. So let's talk a little bit about where the north actually is. If you imagine a map of Thailand, right, it looks like an axe, but at the top of an axe, there's like a little fin that sticks up above the blade of the axe. That is the north of Thailand, the part that sticks up. It's made up of only 9 provinces, but they're all quite big compared to many provinces of like the central region. They're all like space wise, they're quite big. Um, do you know all the 9 provinces?
My goodness, you put me on the spot
I'm
like
gonna
that.
test you. There's
Okay,
only 9. Yeah.
Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, and I said it in Thai accent, okay? Chiang
Yeah.
Mai, Chiang Rai, Lamphun, Lampang, Phra Nang, Mae Hong Son, Uttaradit, พิษณุโลก Oh my
Congratulations. You got everything.
god!
And so the borders that attach to the north is Laos to the right and Myanmar to the left,
Correct.
if you're looking at a map.
Yep.
Lots and lots of mountains. So this is one thing that's very unique to the north is it's, you might imagine Thailand as being a country full of beaches. No, that is not what you'll find in the north. You find a lot of mountains, a lot of forests, and it gets cold.
Mhm.
So this is one thing that I think people will be surprised by is they imagine Thailand as this hot tropical paradise, but you go to the north in January and you better bring a jacket, right? How cold does it get?
It could get down to 0.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that
But it
surprises
doesn't get
even me.
snowed. It doesn't get snow, but we get, oh my god, what is that in English? น้ำเหมย It's
Like
like
hail?
Mekaning. It's not hail, it's called Mekaning in Chiang Mai. It's like dill that frozen dews.
Oh, frozen dew. I see, I see. So it's not cold enough for snowfall,
No,
but it's cold enough to freeze like waters on the ground.
correct. And
Okay.
I remember when I was in high school that year, it was down to like 1 or 2 Celsius. It was
Wow.
cold. Yeah. And like in Thailand, it doesn't get cold that much, and that
Mhm.
long, right? So I remember we have to put our hats on at night
Yeah.
at home.
And people
Socks,
don't
and
have
we don't have
heaters.
heater.
Yes, people
No.
don't have heaters. So
Mm-mm.
imagine that. Oh, good God.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't last long, right? It's only like a short time, or does it last quite a while?
Well, with this, climate
Climate
problem,
change.
yeah, the
Yes.
climate change thing has changed as well. It's become hotter and hotter, sadly.
Mhm.
But the winter started, yeah, around like November
Mhm.
up all the way until February.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, so if you're going to plan a trip to Thailand during that time, to the north of Thailand during that time, you better prepare some winter gear. I mean, you
Well, I mean, you
don't
don't
bring
need
like a
a winter
parka.
gear.
Don't bring
No.
a parka.
Uh-uh.
Bring like a light jacket or something.
Yeah. I mean, it can go down that low, but
Yes.
typically it's probably in the 20s,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
meaning, what is that in Fahrenheit?
In Fahrenheit, like
It's
25 is like
it is,
75.
yeah, yeah, about
Yeah.
that. It could be
Yeah.
comfortable in the winter time.
Yes.
But
Yes.
mind you, in Thailand it's hotter and hottest. So
Yes. That's
so,
my dad always says in Thailand we have 3 seasons. We have hot, very hot, and damn hot.
he has a good sense of humor.
He really does. Okay. So then because it's so much colder, the north has very different plants, flora and fauna. So the ingredients that northern people have to cook with are also very different from the rest of the country. So here you'll find, and we'll go through ingredients later in a bit, but spices and plants that just don't grow anywhere else in the country. And in fact, um like the north is where we used to grow western produce, right? Like now Thailand grows strawberries and things like that, and they're all grown in the north. And you were saying that there's also like flowers, like western flowers, agriculture.
Yeah, there's a royal project. When you go to Thailand, you will see this, like when you land at the airport, actually, you will see the royal project.
Hmm.
That project was created by the late King Rama IX, right? And he had some lands in Chiang Rai and Chiang Mai to grow some winter vegetables crops.
Hmm.
So I've seen gooseberries, I've seen lots of beautiful lettuce and how
Mhm.
they're gorgeous, they're beautiful. And till today we have, I think that he the Royal Project was created so that we have jobs instead of
Mhm.
having mountaineers,
Yes.
grow poppies and
Right.
created drugs, right?
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
create another economy for them to grow herbs and vegetables.
Mhm. And so, like, all the things that, like, the rest of Thailand couldn't grow, what we would associate as, like, exotic produce, like, for Thai
Mhm,
people,
mhm.
many of them can grow in the north because the weather is similar to other countries, like, to, like, more temperate, climate countries.
Let
So,
let me
what
tell you
comes Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
let me tell you something funny. Now that I live in America, I've learned that lychee is not from Thailand, and that was a big surprise for me, right? Because I always thought that lychee is from Chiang Mai,
Yes, yeah.
which is like, another city up north from Chiang Mai where I grew up. And, like things like that. I'm like,
Yes.
okay, it was brought in from, the Chinese community,
Yes,
right?
yes. I
Because the
think
border is,
originally
yeah,
Chinese, and
correct,
then, but because the north of Thailand shares similar climate, it
correct,
also grows there. Macadamia nuts.
correct.
Hello.
Yeah.
We grow macadamia nuts in northern Thailand.
And
That's
we
part
have
of the Royal Project.
tons of, tea plantations and
Mm.
coffee as well.
Yes, tea and coffee as well. Yeah. What else was I think there I remember seeing like dried strawberries product that's also part of the
Tons.
royal
Yes,
project.
yes.
Yeah, the late king really, I think he did a lot to try to like take advantage of our local resources that people didn't see the opportunities. So that was very interesting. So now let's talk about the culture of northern Thailand because I find it's very interesting. Now, when you go to the north, a lot of times you see the word Lanna being used to describe the north. And if you didn't do your homework, you might be confused like what is Lanna? Why are people referring to it as Lanna? What does that mean? And basically, Lanna is the name of the kingdom that used to be the north of Thailand. Let me rephrase that again. The north of Thailand used to be its own kingdom called the Kingdom of Lanna. And then towards the second half of the 18th no, of the 1800s. Yes, so the second half of the 1800s, then it became, I'm using the word acquired like it's a business, but you know what I mean. The kingdom of Siam acquired the kingdom of Lanna, and then the two kingdoms became one. So
Mhm.
like Thailand as it is now used to be not
Our own
Thailand as it
identity,
is
yeah.
now. Yes.
Mhm.
So, but the interesting thing about Lanna is that there are so many ethnic groups within that. So within that, there's like hill tribes that speak a dialect that, you know, even Chef Hong wouldn't understand, right? Um, it used to be a lot of tradespeople from neighboring countries used to travel through Lanna. So people from Myanmar, people from Laos, the people from China,
Yunnan
yes,
province.
Yunnan province, which is Chinese Muslim. So
Yep.
so it was just a place where it was a melting pot of all these different cultures that ended up doing trades and moving and migrating. So today you'll go and you'll find like food and cuisine and cultures of subcultures within northern Thailand. So like off the top of my head, I can think of an ethnic group called Thai, right? Which
Yes.
I don't even know how to describe it. They're just like a people called Thai. And then what is that? Thai Lu.
Tai Lu.
Thai Lu.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's also Tai Yong.
Thai
Yong
Thai
people,
Yong.
Yong people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Hmong, there's some Hmong people.
Mhm.
There's a girl that I know, she's a YouTuber as well, and she does Hmong cuisine. And then she told me, and at first I didn't know that that meant she has her roots in Thailand. And I was like, oh, you does Hmong cuisine. And in my head, I was like, I don't even know what that is, right? Um, and then she said, oh, yeah, my dad is from Nan. And I was like, oh, so like in Nan, is a group of an ethnic group that is the Hmong people. But Hmong also extends to Laos as well. So it's not like, because like these ethnic
Mm,
groups existed long before these political borders were
mhm, mhm.
drawn, the Hmong people do not identify themselves strictly with a country. Right? They're like, we are Hmong, and the Hmong people are in Thailand, they're in Laos. And so like this came before any borders were drawn, which I think is wonderful, that they still are able to keep that identity despite now, being kind of blurry and kind of what country they fall under. So her dad was from Thailand, but she said that like the village where her dad is from, they don't speak any Thai. They only speak Hmong language. I'm
Interesting.
sure if you press hard enough, they'll understand it. But like the locals do not use the Thai language to communicate. They use their own dialect, and that's the same as in even in large cities like Chiang Mai, right? Like you go to Chiang Mai, sometimes I'll overhear a conversation that's in ภาษา เมือง as we call it, the เมือง language,
Mhm.
and I have no idea what people are saying, and
No.
these, right? Like it means nothing to me.
It's like a sub language from the Thai real language. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
Yeah.
And we can Muangpify. We can make a Bangkok language into the Northern Thai dialect.
Yes, and when people do that, then I understand where
Mhm.
it's, and the southern people do the same thing where we call it tongdang, which kind of means an accent, but when the southern people try to speak the central dialect, but they speak it with a southern twang and with words that are unique to the south, we call that Pasa tongdang. And then most of the time people speaking the central dialect can understand that, and I think it's the same with the north, where if Northerners speak the central dialect with a Muang twang, then I can understand it.
Do you
And it's
speak
so sweet.
they
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah,
It
Northern
sounds
Thai,
so lovely.
very, very comforting in some ways,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe
Unlike
because of
the
the soft in
South.
tone, unlike the South.
Yeah. The South is like, have I upset you? Um,
Are you
by
yelling?
by nay. When they're asking you like, so what I just said in Southern dialect was, where are you going? But like in the north, it would be like,
ไปไหนเจ้า?
right. And then in the south, it'd be by night. And like the tone is totally different. So that's the north. So it's a huge mix of different ethnic groups and religion, right?
Yeah.
There's like Buddhism, because of the Yunnan region, there's lots of Muslims.
Mhm.
There's even like a Sikh, an Indian population somewhere, and Christians. There's like Christian church. So it is extremely multicultural, more so than any other parts of the country, I would say.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's how I grew up. I think in one street you could see a church, a temple,
Mm.
and a mosque, and they all
Mm.
live together quite well.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
people
is
just
impressive.
it
That
is
is
like
impressive. Maybe UN has to
the
send to
people to
learn what they do.
study.
Exactly, what they do, how to live together in peace.
Yes, yes. And
Mm,
and I think that's a testament of the gentleness and kindness, the spirit of northern people, that
mhm.
they're able to live with so many different cultures in one place.
You know what? It's interesting that you point that out because I grew up
Mm.
in a missionary school,
Mhm.
even though my family is Buddhist.
Mhm.
They send me to a Christian school for better education.
Me too,
Th
actually. I
Oh,
went to I
okay,
went to
so
a
there's
Catholic school.
oh, cool. I'm
Yeah.
Protestant, so
Ah, okay.
interesting.
Yeah. So there you go. All right, so let's now move on to the food. Let's go through, I want to just go through the signature dishes of the North. So, Chef Hong, what's the ultimate signature dish of Northern Thailand?
I don't think I have the ultimate, but I think many amazing dishes that one must try, right? Khao
Okay,
Soi for sure.
Khao
The
Soi. Let's take
noodle,
a moment to
yeah,
explain what that is to people who don't know.
it
So, Khao Soi is.
is the noodle that's served in the curry
Mm-hmm,
and with condiments that's excellent. We have a whole episode about that.
mm-hmm,
Um, lab.
Mhm.
Lap Muang, okay? Lap Kua, right? Lap in Chiang Mai is not as fiery, like spicy and sour like Isan style lap, but we mix with a lot of spices, which is prick lap, okay?
Mhm.
And also Gang Hang Le.
Mm.
Mm,
It's like the masaman curry of the north. It's
kind
like the
of.
braised pork belly, right? And sometimes pork shoulder, but you
Yeah.
want like fatty cuts of pork braised
Yep.
in this um, spice mix, which the north people call masala. Masala, like the Indian masala, right? Masala.
Yes. Yeah.
So that goes to
Uh,
show you the mix of culture that exists in the north is they call it masala, which comes from the Indian word masala, which means spice blend. And that curry is one of the most amazing inventions of the north. It takes like 3 hours to make, but it is so, so worth
It's
it.
so good. It melts in your mouth. And Hang Le is not a Thai language actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's Burmese, and I think
Mm-hmm.
like this dish is from the long lasting wars in the old days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to wars, you bring in business as well, I guess. Meaning
Yes.
you bring in business, you exchange contacts, you
Yes.
exchange, like you communicate, you grow, you evolve together. And I think like that's Hang Le is part of the um that the exchange, the melting pot that we talk about.
Yes. 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 I have a hanglei recipe on hotthaikitchen.com. It is, you will not be disappointed. It's so good.
It
And
is.
then a couple of dips famous
Mm,
of the north, namprik ong, which I like to describe as like the Thai bolognese, but like super spicy. So it's ground pork and tomatoes cooked together with chilies and some lemongrass and lots of herbs. And it's a dip that you then eat with lots of vegetables, sticky rice. Of course, sticky rice is the rice of the north, and kep mu, which
oh,
is crispy pork rind, which is also a thing northern people love to eat with.
Sai
Yes.
Oua.
Oh
With
yes,
Sai Oua.
Sai Oua. So you eat Sai Oua with namprik ong.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
That's why
So
every time when you go to Northern Thailand, I mean, when you go to Northern Thailand and you go to the restaurant, most of the time they will say, hors d'oeuvre Muang.
yes,
Isn't that
hors d'oeuvre,
cute? Yeah,
hors
hors d'oeuvre
d'oeuvre,
Muang. And it has to be like hors d'oeuvre Muang,
hors
like
d'oeuvre
hors
muang.
d'oeuvre Muang, which is like a local appetizer platter. Typically, they have Sai Oua. They have mu yaw of some sort. Nam prik, the relishes,
Mhm.
nam prik ong, nam prik num, and cap mu. And then sometimes they have the boiled eggs.
Mm. So Sai Ua is one of three types of sausages that exist in Thailand. I'm sure there's more, but like the main ones, there are three. Sai Ua from the north, where the pork is mixed with lots of spices, because of course we're talking about northern Thailand here. Lots of herbs. So think of like a curry paste, right? Mixed in with the meat, and then that gets turned into a sausage and then grilled.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other sausage that we have is the Sai Isan,
Mm-hmm.
which is a fermented pork sausage. So pork, ground pork mixed with rice, fermented until sour, and then grilled. And then the last one is nam, which is kind of like a sausage, but
Both.
sometimes it's not formed into a sausage.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie, there you go. Sometimes it's not a sausage shape, is what I'm trying to say. And it's similar to Saigout Isan in that it's a fermented sour sausage, but there's no rice mixed in, and it's much more sour um, than
There's a
Saigout
rice
Isan.
as a starter.
Right,
The
but it's not
rice,
like a main.
correct, correct. It's
Okay,
not, yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
Thank you for correcting me. Yes, the rice is needed as a starter culture,
Mm-hmm.
but this mostly meat and pork skin.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Saigok Isan is like lots of rice, sometimes glass noodles instead of rice. So it's like bulked up with carbs, basically. So these are the three types of sausages in Thailand. And the one from the north is called Sai Oua. What does Oua mean? Does
I
it
think
mean
it's
anything?
stuff. It means to stuff.
Stuffed? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And Sai means intestine. So
Yes.
stuffed intestine. Very, very straightforward.
It's a very simple culture. I kid you
Yes.
not. They're so simple. Northern Thai, it's simple and refined and
Mm-hmm.
gentle.
Yes. And so we spoke about Sai Oua as one of the platters that goes along with the dip. And most people would imagine that if you have a dip made with pork, the last thing you want is pork to like dip it in, like pork on pork. But this, we
Pork
are
on pork on pork, because we have the Sai Oua, then we have the Nam Ong, which is like the
the
tomato and
dip.
pork strip, yeah, dip with the crispy pork
Yes. So
skin. Pork on pork, the
if
triple pork. Never thought about that.
if you ever questioned what meat Thai people love the most, it is
Well,
pork.
again, I am glad that you explained to our audiences at home that Northern Thailand is up north and we don't have connection to the sea.
Mm-hmm.
So our, proteins of choice, of course.
Yes.
I
Are
mean,
land animals, right?
correct.
Yes.
Pork, beef, buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
No, pork, cow, buffalo. Yeah.
Yes. And I saw in this documentary that you sent me yesterday that people ate a lot of eggs, but they don't eat a lot of chicken, which I find is interesting. And it's because if you kill the chicken, then your eggs are done, right? So like the
How
chickens,
smart, right?
right? Like so people were poor back then. I mean, some of them
Mm-hmm.
still are today. So they have
Mm-hmm.
to be strategic with protein, right? So the all these meat heavy dishes we've been talking about that's so common today was not common back then. Those were celebratory
Yes.
dishes for special occasions. So lap, which is um a dish made of minced meat, that would only happen if somebody was getting married, somebody, was coming home. I don't know, like it was a special occasion.
Actually,
Yeah.
as I mentioned, I think I mentioned this before in the other episode. When someone get married, you have a housewarming, or someone die, anything big
Hmm.
party, celebratory or not, one
Yes.
animal was sacrificed for the whole village.
Yes. Yes.
In
So
some
yeah.
way, it's quite economical, right?
Yes.
Like you use the tenderloin part to mince, right? You
Yes.
use the other part to do other dishes.
Yes.
But that's the
And
part of it, and then we gather together and cook together.
and if you think about it, a buffalo is gigantic. Like if you're going to kill one, you need the whole village to eat that animal
Correct.
because you can't keep it in the freezer. There's no
Yes.
freezer, right? Like so it's very strategic, and then there's not a lot of um chicken dishes, I think, because people treasure their chickens because they produce eggs. So you got to keep them around for eggs.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. Going back, I mean, thinking back, we don't have much dish, but though one of my favorite
Yeah.
um, chicken dish of Northern Thailand is yam jin kai.
Mm.
I served this at my first restaurant, um, even though they call it yum, which is salad,
Mhm.
but it is a very soupy salad.
Mhm.
Remember, we have it
Yes,
with
yes.
sticky rice, so we need
Yeah.
some soup to help transport the rice into the digestive system. So I
Yes.
serve it as the chicken soup is
Mm.
amazing, and I managed to have a Hollywood star coming in doing his filming nearby 3 weeks straight. No, 3 months straight. I think every day. It's
He
like,
ate
chef,
yam
could you
jinka.
fix that soup? I know, like, because like American love chicken soup.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right? But I just like the rustic Thai chicken soup, and I
Right.
make the broth with turmeric and lemongrass and a lot of herbs in that, and then
Mhm.
add in prickla and add in some mints, all kind of mints, the bamboo
Mhm,
mints,
mhm.
the sawtooth mint. It's gorgeous. It's out of this world. It's so lovely. It's so comforting. And I wish that one would serve more of that
Mhm.
on the menu.
I've been wanting to make it. I haven't
Really?
had yeah.
Oh,
I haven't
I
had
will
it for a
send you the
long time.
recipe. You will, and you know what? For that, you can add on hua pri.
I don't like kwapli, banana
I,
blossom. We've
yes,
talked about this.
I know. As soon as I told you, it's like, oh no, she doesn't like that. But like for the vegetarian and vegan part, you can make that with the hua pri, with the banana blossom.
Instead of the chicken.
Yeah,
So for this soup, for those of you who are having a hard time imagining it, it's basically a clear broth that's made with lots of herbs, and then there's torn. So you poach chicken and you tear it into shreds. So it's
yeah,
like pulled chicken, and then you pour the broth with the lap spice mix over the chicken. So it's very comforting and very aromatic and
and it's
very
very
light.
very anti-inflammatory because like you put in turmeric and
Mhm.
lemongrass and all those like soothing superpower in the broth.
Mhm.
The first generation of bone broth, maybe.
Yes. Yes, totally. Um, so then the other famous dish of northern Thailand is Nam Num, which is one of my absolute favorite. It is a green chili dip. So green chilies, which is called Num. They're long, skinny, but very spicy. You grill that until it's black on the outside, and you peel the skin and you turn it into a very simple dip with garlic and shallots and fish sauce. And it's just like it is the first time I saw the recipe for Nam Num, I was like, what? That's
That's
it?
easy.
Like, am I missing something? Like, is there
Yeah,
any more? And that's
yeah,
it. Like, and it
yeah,
tastes unbelievably good.
yeah.
Um, I do not
You
have
know
a
what no
recipe for
means,
this.
right?
Yes, no means young men.
Yeah. No, no, means young and Northern dialect. Oh my God, Pailin.
It means young men in the central dialect.
But it's mean just young in Northern Thai.
Okay.
That's why it's like just a young chili.
Right. That's why it's green.
Typically banana, yeah, banana chilies.
I have shared this recipe on my Patreon. So if you're a Patreon member of Hot Thai Kitchen, you can find that recipe there. But yeah, it's super, super simple and so good. And finally, we have to talk about sticky rice. Sticky rice. So we talk all the time about Thai food is always eaten with rice, right? But
Mhm,
in the north, that
mhm.
rice is not jasmine rice, it is sticky rice. So, which comes then with eating by hand, right?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So it's eating by hands, but see, that's the thing. I have to say, in the old days, yes, they were having sticky rice, but
Mhm.
now most of the household, I rarely see, people have with sticky rice.
Oh, really?
Very interesting. People evolve with time.
Mm. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, jasmine rice is easier to cook for every
Mm-hmm.
day, right? You
Yep.
don't have to soak it, you don't have to prepare it. So I can see that over time, once jasmine rice has become so easy accessible to everyone, that it's just so much easier to do it because you don't have to
And let me tell you,
plan.
what is the happening rice in Chiang Mai right now, in Northern Thailand right now?
What?
Thai rice berry.
Oh, rice berry is a black rice
Uh-huh.
that is not sticky. It's tender, but it's aromatic, really healthy for you, high fiber, lots of great nutrients. Um, yeah, it's like the
It,
pride of Thailand agriculture in the past several years.
it started from my friend's farm in San Kampang.
Oh.
I would still remember the day she sent to me because her dad was like working on, like all those. Again, Chiang Mai is a small, yet big enough town. So
Mm.
somehow, like everybody knows everybody in
Mhm,
some
mhm,
sense.
mhm.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love riceberry. I just don't
I love it.
cook it enough at home because my husband doesn't like it. He's like a white rice kind of guy.
Wait,
Um,
what? What's his reasoning?
he doesn't like fibrous rice.
He just like that soft,
Smooth and
yeah,
soft texture. But my mom eats riceberry now as her standard.
yeah.
So she'll like um when we're back, she'll cook white rice for the whole family, and then she'll
Mhm,
steam a small bowl of riceberry just
mhm,
for herself because she's very health conscious. But I think that if you want the health benefits of riceberry, but you still like that like white rice texture, doing a half and half mix
mhm.
actually works out really well. I find that to be really good. So those are the signature dishes. Now let's talk unique ingredients, starting with the most interesting one of all, tua nao. Can you explain to us what tua nao is?
Now is fermented soybean.
Mm.
Typically, it's served like a disc. Okay,
Hmm.
like about this big. Uh, I can't even say it's a CD, right? Because no one
It's like
uses CD anymore.
it's like 4 or 5 inches in diameter, I would say. Yeah, yeah,
Shows
four
how
inches,
old we are.
size of a CD.
The side of a CD.
All the kids are like, size of a what?
What? And I think like it's probably similar to the miso in a Korean and Japanese culture.
Yes, yes. Except when you say disc, just so people can imagine it. So they take the fermented beans, grind it into a paste, and then dry it
and slice
into
it.
disc. Oh, dry
Mhm,
it and then slice it.
mhm. How would you make it into
Well, I thought
the
they spread it out and like
no,
cut
because
it.
everything would
Okay,
be like that, stack of it.
okay,
It's beautiful.
okay. So they're dry, is what I'm trying to get at. It's like they're
They
dry,
dry.
like crackers. Yeah.
They yes, they're like crackers.
Yes.
They dry, and it's kinda like umami-ish, like salty and depth in flavors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It makes another iconic dish that we forgot to talk about, Nam Ngiaw.
Mm.
The tua nao makes the Nam Ngiaw taste so amazing. So
Yes.
Nam Ngiaw is, my favorite dish in the whole wide world is the Khanom Jean, which is the, uh, rice
Rice noodles,
vermicelli
rice vermicelli.
noodles
Yeah.
that's served with this curry that make with again pork, pork blood, ground pork, the cotton flowers,
Mm-hmm.
lots of tomatoes, and lots of condiments. And I made it for Pailin last week when she had a work trip to New York City,
You can
and I hope
see
you
the dish
enjoy
on
it.
I loved it. You can see it on Instagram on both Chef Hong and my Instagram. It looks as good as it tastes.
She
Yeah,
had it like 3 plates of that. Makes me
it
happy.
was so good. And it's so light, right? So it's easy to eat lots of because it's like we describe it as a curry, but it's quite brothy. Like there's no
Hmm.
coconut milk. It's like if a westerner were to look at it, they'd probably describe it more like a soup
Hmm.
with lots of meat in it because it's
Stew,
so,
maybe.
yeah, like a stew. Like
Mm,
it's not a curry in like a gang hangle sense, like
mm, mm,
masaman curry sense. It's very
hmm,
light, so it
hmm.
was easy to keep going.
And so when you see that dish, right, like
Mm,
you have to grill the tonau and
hmm.
then you have to grind it. So
Into a
now
powder.
into the powder.
Okay.
So now sometimes you see the powder form on,
Right.
at the shelf to sell.
Okay.
Quite interesting.
So do they also sell tuna in a fresh form?
I've never seen it.
Okay, okay. So the ones you buy are either already dried into crackers or ground into a powder.
Yeah,
Okay. And if you were to buy the crackers, you'd have to grind it into a powder for using anyway. So it's just
correct.
they're just making like a more convenient product. And when I
Correct.
smelled it, it was so reminiscent of shrimp paste,
Mm,
that umami funk, but without the seafood flavor of it. Like I would say that it's got the umami and depth of shrimp paste without what people would call the stinkiness of
mm.
shrimp paste.
Yeah, it has
You know
its
what I
depth
mean?
in
Like
it.
if you
Yeah.
smell shrimp paste, I love shrimp paste, but I can't deny that it's like you can describe it as stinky and it wouldn't be wrong, right? Like this is not something you want to waft around the house, right?
No.
Um, but when you add it to food, it adds so much depth and umami and flavor that you really can't replace. And tuanao has that kind of aroma, but without the stink. You
Hmm.
know, like
Hmm.
I really enjoyed smelling it. Like I smelled it immediately. It was my first time smelling tuanao, but the smell of it was very familiar to me. Like I was
Hmm.
like, oh, I like this is a smell I have experienced before
Hmm.
somewhere else. Maybe of dried mushrooms as well. Like really earthy dried mushrooms would have a similar aroma. It's just so good. And by the way, tuanao in Thai literally means rotten beans.
I know. I was just thinking
It's
about
a
that.
really
Like,
bad marketing. I'm just saying,
I agree.
Like could we not have come up with something a little less literal?
Yeah. Why do we want to have something that is rotten?
you
The bread is
know?
so good.
And I'm now that we're talking, it reminds me also of natto.
Hmm.
And I probably wouldn't be that dissimilar to natto, but again, processed into a cracker.
Yep.
And then another unique ingredient of the north, which we've talked about, is spice blends.
Hmm.
So the use of priklap, which is a blend of like 10 different spices, the use of pong hangle, which is the masala that we talked about, and the use of makwen, which is a spice that is unique to the north. Can you describe to us what makwen is?
I believe Makwen is the cousin
Mm-hmm.
of Sichuan pepper.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you the numbling, on the tip of your tongue,
Yeah.
but it's not that potent like what Sichuan pepper would do to you.
Right. Yes. They look very similar
They
too.
look similar too, but
Yeah.
more browish.
Yeah, they look similar, they smell similar, has a similar effect. I have discovered now that there are spices that are like do a similar thing in different cultures. Like we have makwen,
Mhm,
and then there are Sichuan peppercorns, and then
mhm,
the Japanese have sancho peppers,
mhm.
which also have a similar numbing effect, which I found out the hard way. I went over to my friend who is Japanese, and she's like, "Oh, I'm cooking with these sancho peppers." Oh, she was just showing me like, "Look what I got. I got sancho peppers." I was like, "Oh, what are they like?" She's like, "Oh, they're just like a pepper." And she didn't give me any like description, and also I just stuck one in my mouth and chewed it just because, that's how you find out how things taste. And it was so intense. It was like, wow, that half my tongue is numb now. And she looked at me and she goes, "No one eats it like that." And I'm
Just a
like,
hint of it,
"Well, you
yeah.
didn't tell me that." It's like used like a spice, not a snack. And I'm
So
like,
how long did it last?
a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not too terribly long, but it was definitely not a sensation I'd want to experience again.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, this is not meant to be consumed straight up like this.
Mhm,
And one thing that's interesting about the North is there's very little use of coconut milk,
mhm.
right? Again, because you imagine coconuts come from the beach, right? And well, not necessarily, but they grow next to water. And the North is as far removed from the beach as you can go in Thailand, so there is very little use of coconut milk in the native dishes. However, you might think, wait a minute, isn't Khao Soi full of coconut milk? Yes, but that came later
Neat.
after coconut milk had made its way up from the lower parts through the rail system. So once the rail system was built and the ingredients started to travel, then they started putting coconut milk in things. And I think the earliest rendition of Khao Soi didn't have coconut milk,
No.
right? Yeah, and the
Mm-mm.
creamy version that we know and love today is actually a modern version of the dish.
So now I'm gonna quiz you,
Okay.
Pailin. Which king of Thailand who built the railway to the north?
Rama the Fifth.
Yay! Good
I,
job.
I'm so happy. Well, Rama the Fifth did a lot of revolutionary things. I
And
think
you
the
know that
postal
is it.
system,
Correct, and that's the
yeah,
reason why we've never been colonized. That what he said. He said, "You cannot come to us and tell us that we are unwesternized.
yes,
We are what you call uh,
uncivilized,
uncivilized.
yes,
We not. Let me show you."
yes,
So he took a trip to Europe twice,
yeah,
and then brought back postal system, railway, education, all those. And
hmm,
that's partially why we have never been colonized.
yes. And if you didn't know that, Thailand is the only country in Southeast Asia that has never been colonized.
Yeah, true.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about now something that if you've ever been to the north of Thailand on any kind of tourist escapade, you might have been invited to a Kantok dinner. A Kantok dinner is something uniquely northern where you basically have a set meal that comes on a raised wooden platter, and the set meal would come in like of several little bowls full of iconically northern dishes, and you're likely going to also be watching a show while you are having this dinner. And um I when I went to Chiang Mai, of course, we went to this super touristy restaurant. We had this Kantok ordeal where we all got our set meal and we watched Thai dancing on the stage, and it was full of foreigners and all of this. And I remember thinking, like, man, like they took a traditional way of eating and turned it into almost like a Disneyland for northern Thailand because it was full of tourists, right? But then you sent me this video that talked about the history of Kantok. And lo and behold, it is not some long tradition that has been around hundreds of years ago. It was literally invented in the 1950s by a guy who thought that it would be a nice way to welcome guests from out of town.
Isn't that awesome?
It is like, oh my God, what a great marketing um, idea
So
for
I
the
bet
north
you
of Thailand.
everybody, when they arrive Chiang Mai, one of the thing on the itinerary has to have a Kantok dinner.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it was on my itinerary.
Did you dance with them at the end?
No, I don't remember that. No, because I'm Thai, so they didn't target me, right? They always target foreigners.
So just to clarify, the Kantok dinner this day is like almost like a show, right? Like just like
Yes.
Pailin said, the food would be served while you're having your food. There would be the dancing, the Northern Thai cultural dance. Sometimes it's like, oh, before we go to the war, this is how people would do prepping and stuff like that, right? All kind of shows.
Yeah.
And then at the end of dinner, they would say, okay, everybody, we invite you to come to Ramwong, which is the circle dancing.
Yes.
And all the Farang, all the tourists just go like, like they don't
Yes.
know
Yes.
how to do
They don't
it.
know how to
And
do.
it's the funniest time, but joyous as well,
Yes. Yes.
and just everybody just let loose and do, like the Thai dance. We know because we were taught since we were
Yeah.
young,
Yeah.
right? How to kind of do that. But the you know
And if you're listening to this, you should really go on YouTube and watch the video version of this, where Chef Hong is trying to do her best to describe to you what a Thai dance looks like, or or describe to you
or like a rap.
what foreigners do when they try to do a Thai dance. I know it's so cute. It is
It
so
is.
cute
It's so cute.
because the Thai dancing is very simple.
Yep.
So you can theoretically just like get up and join in and wave your hands in roughly this manner, and you will look like you're doing a Thai dance. So that's why
Yep.
they like to invite guests to join them, because it's like you don't have to know any rhythm. um yes, and it's a fun show. And I totally thought Kantok was like hundreds of years old. This is a tradition. This is a dinner that used to serve the king of the Lanna kingdom or whatever. It's like, no, some guy literally made it up 50 years ago, 75 years ago. Um, so that was news to me. All right, let's close with our favorite northern dish memory. What do you have?
Um, that is. How about we start with you first?
I To be honest with you, in if when I was thinking about this, like a favorite northern dish memory, it has to be my recent Nam Ngiaw experience with you, because that's like the first time a northern person cooks me northern food out of their home. Right? Like when I went to Chiang Mai, I went to restaurants, and I've made my own northern dishes, but like to be fed, um, to be cooked for the cultural food of someone who is from that culture. I think there's nothing that beats that. It doesn't matter where you go. So it will always be the most memorable northern food experience in New
Oh,
York City. Hey.
oh, thank
And
you.
and there's there's a story to this too. Like I was looking forward to this so much because the first time we met up in New York City, you had planned on making kanom jin nam Ngiaw for me, and there was a mishap with the grocery delivery that you never got the groceries, so we couldn't make it. And it was like this desire that went unsatisfied, and then I had to wait, I don't know, like a whole year since then before the opportunity would present itself again. So it was satisfying in a lot of ways. It was like, oh, this thing that I couldn't have last time. And, a northern chef is making me an iconic northern dish. So that has to be my favorite. And you have to go look at the video of it on my Instagram, because it just, it's not. and a thing that you just whip up in 30 minutes.
No.
Right? This is a thing you spend the whole morning doing, and you grocery shop the day before. It cooks for hours, and there's a million like side things, like side dishes and garnishes and toppings. Like there's like a million things. So it's very special when somebody does that for you.
Oh, that is so special for you to say that because I was about to say the same thing. I
Aw.
was like, I was like, I just love every moment I have Nam Ngiaw, especially at homemade.
Mhm.
When I go home, first thing I would say, Mom, I just need Nam Ngiaw. Mind you, my mom's from the South, okay, but
Oh, okay.
she's moved to the North for so long, and now she can make Nam Ngiaw so special. And
Oh.
you know, like to me, that is it. Just Nam Ngiaw is just my everything. You know, like every time
Mm.
just like how you had it 3 plates, right?
Mhm, mhm.
I
Yeah, and
keep on
it's
taking
yeah.
it in too. And my husband, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm saying that now. Oh, yeah, friends, we just got married. And so my husband, he loves it. And he just, yeah, Nam
Yeah.
Ngiaw
And it's
is
an
everywhere.
easy dish to love. It's not too spicy, so even kids can have it.
Yeah.
I am working on a hot Thai kitchen recipe and video tutorial of it. It should be coming up in the near future.
Woohoo!
So I'm sorry, right now there is no recipe that I can point you to. Um
I would too, but my book stopped printing. So, which is great news. so,
Chef Hong
so
does
just,
have a recipe, but it's out of print. So
yes.
this is rare.
But no, that goes to shows food connects people. And that's precisely why we want to have this Sabai talk to talk
Yes.
more how we can grow, together in our friendship and beyond.
Yes. And lastly, before we go, I almost forgot. I would like to, it's a PSA and slight rant. I am so annoyed when people refer to Chiang Mai as Chiang Mai. Like, so many times I hear people say, "Oh, we're gonna go to Chiang Mai. We're gonna go to Chiang Mai." It is not Chiang Mai, okay? There's an I in there. It is spelled Chiang, and it is pronounced Chiang Mai. There's like iya, like you can say it quickly, like Chiang Mai, but it's not
Yes.
Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. Okay, like
Or
please.
Bangkok. Is that okay?
Bangkok is
Eh.
Bangkok. Bangkok is English anyway. We don't
Yeah,
say
yeah,
Bangkok in
yeah,
Thai. So
yeah,
so by the
yeah.
way, Bangkok is English. Okay, like Bangkok is not a Thai. It used to be a Thai word. Like we used to call it Bangkok.
Hmm.
But nowadays the city is called Krungthep. So the word Bangkok is basically English for Krungthep. But all the other cities in Thailand still keep their name in both language. So there you
I
go.
think we
Now you
should
know.
do one episode about that.
About what?
What you get wrong about Thailand. It would be a good conversation.
It's not Chiang Mai. Stop it, you. It drives me
Pad Thai.
crazy.
Pad Thai and Pad see you. Come on, friends. Or larb. Larb.
No larb. No
No
larb.
larb.
Anyway, that's for another day. All right, everyone. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. If you want to get in touch with me, I am at Hot Thai Kitchen everywhere and Chef Hong
At Hong Thaimee.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Thank you, as always, for watching and listening. And we will see you next time. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ